Hi, and welcome to This Week in East Brunswick, the town's own news and information program. Today we'll start with the results of the William Breen Memorial Golf Tournament and speak to its chairman, Brad Hartman. Next, a look at some exciting highlights of the Lady Bears soccer game match with Bridgewater East, two of the finest soccer teams in the state. Our regular features include Peggy Ballister Howell's garden tips and information on planting a spring crocus garden now for next year. Health facts with Stephen Rosen. Consumer information with Township Director of Consumer Affairs, Adrian Eisner, and our council review. But first, here's what's on Channel 8 next week. Monday at 10 a.m., Lenore Kulik helps begin the week with aerobics and slimnastics on Look Great, Feel Great. At 10:30, Paula Durant interviews members of the Raritan Valley Memorial Society on Target. Tuesday evening at 7, In Print, produced by the City of Beverly Hills, features host Michael Cart. At 7:30, Ken Shalhoub presents Let's Talk Health with a discussion on sudden infant death syndrome. At 8 Tuesday night, it's You and Your Money with host Paul Hansen, followed by a TKR production on trash incineration. Stories from the library can be seen at 3 Wednesday afternoon and Spotlight on Education at 7:30 Wednesday night. This month, Spotlight focuses on the school's celebration of the bicentennial of the Constitution. Thursday at 7 and 8 p.m., we'll return with a new edition of This Week in East Brunswick. And at 9 Thursday night, tune in for the Council Reports. This month's host, Councilman Joseph Hudak, discusses the problems of Edgeboro landfill with his guest, Dr. Mark Lightman. Check the Channel 8 program guide for repeats of the shows mentioned. Please note that because the character generator, which produces the program guide and community bulletin board, will be out of town for repairs, the information will be taped and cablecast for several hours each day. This past Wednesday, over 90 participants prepared to tee off at the Tamarack Golf Course for the first annual William Breen Memorial Golf Tournament. The golfers included many local police officers in the area. Also, residents and local businessmen and women came out to enjoy a beautiful day of golf. We spoke to the tournament's chairman, Detective Brad Hartman.
I'm Brad Hartman. I'm the committee chairman for the first annual William Breen Memorial Golf Tournament. This tournament is dedicated to Bill Breen's memory. He was a detective with the East Brunswick Police Department for 13 years, who unfortunately passed away in 1983. Bill was very active in youth activities in East Brunswick, Pop Warner, Explorer Scouts, and we'd like to dedicate this first annual tournament to his memory. We're establishing 2 scholarships at the East Brunswick High School in his name for 1988, and they're to be presented next year at our annual Policeman's Ball. We've got a very good turnout. We have over 90 golfers. Local businessmen and residents, we advertised on Channel 8, and we did send mailings out, and word of mouth through the police department. We've got a very good turnout, and we're hoping to build this in the future to a bigger and better tournament. We would like to thank all the local businessmen and individuals who did donate money, prizes to the first annual tournament. The people were very gracious, and it helped us a whole lot getting set up this year.
After a full day of golf, the scores were tallied and trophies were presented to the following winners. This past Monday, October 12th, the Lady Bears soccer team played a grueling match with the girls of the Bridgewater East team. East Brunswick went in defending their state Group 4 championship with a 6-1 record, with Bridgewater East turning on the heat with a 7-1 record. We'll pick up the action here with the end of the 4th quarter and the score still 0-0, with Channel 8 sports announcers John Megliero and Jimmy Allender.
Nice foot. Here's a shot.
Gagno, Puglisi, off the bar!
Still alive. Oh, I guess not. No, okay, it hit the goaltender's hands, bounced off the bar, so East Brunswick will get a corner kick, and the clock is running.
42 seconds.
East Brunswick looking to hurry up and get this shot off. Clock does not stop.
Down to 30 seconds. Gina Puglisi trying, can't do it. Shot across, off the bar again, in, yes!
Oh, no, no goal. It's going to be another corner kick. Same situation. It bounced off the goaltenders, and the clock is running again.
15 seconds. One official called it good.
Well,
9.
Here we go.
Blazer comes out. Gina Puglisi tries, can't get it in. Blazer knocks it away. And that's it in regulation.
Boy, Gina almost got off a great shot there. Well, she did get off a great shot. It just didn't go in, but that was a fine effort by the Bears in the end.
The game continued on into double overtime, and the Bears were able to increase their record to 7-1 with this winning goal by Gina Puglisi in the first period, to make the final score 1-0.
Lisa Gagno trying to get it out to Leanne Schwartz. She does. Schwartz will take it down towards the corner.
And that's her speed there.
Into the middle for Gina Puglisi. Gina's shot, yes! Gina Puglisi on the feed from Gagno.
Right, and that was good heads-up play by Gina, using her body to just ward off the defender there. And as we thought, a loose ball would be all that was necessary. And Coach Lou Cosa looks up to the sky as if to in a way of thanks. Big goal, needless to say.
So after some 83 minutes of play, East Brunswick gets on the board.
Hi, this is Peggy Ballister-Howells, Middlesex County Agricultural Agent. And we're here in my garden again. And if you had been with me just a few weeks ago, you would have remembered that we planted in this very spot bulbs that I called autumn crocus. Now their botanical name is colchicum, and they are planted in September and bloom at this time of year. It only takes 4, maybe 5 weeks for them to be in full bloom, and then what happens is they die down, and in the spring all you get is leaves. So you want to make sure that when the leaves come up in the spring that you take good care of them. When they're blooming in October is a good clue, because now it's time to plant spring flowering crocus, and I'm going to show you a kind of tricky way that I like to plant them. Well, we've gone from the flower garden to the very tiny little patch of lawn I have in front of my house. I really don't like lawns very much, so I try to do my best to not make it look like a traditional lawn. Have a few weeds in here, but nonetheless it is a lawn, and this is where I'm going to plant the crocus. I have a few crocus bulbs here, about half a dozen. You can really put many more in. You plant them about 4 inches down and 4 inches apart. And the nice thing is they come up so early in the spring that they're not a problem. The leaves have long since finished when it's time to mow the lawn. So you'll get your first little patch of spring fever when you see your crocuses blooming in the lawn. Now they're planted 4 inches down, and this trowel has a very handy marker at 4 inches, so it gives you a real good clue as to how deep to plant them. Now, planting them someplace else, I would talk about real serious soil preparation. But you want to disturb the lawn as little as possible. So you just kind of poke them right in there and put the grass back down. 4 inches apart, well, we'll just try another spot here. They will naturalize, they'll spread. Of course, crocus also do well in a rock garden, but they're just not as exciting as they are when they're in your lawn. And that's all there is to it. Now, crocus come in white, yellow, and these that I'm planting are purple. Okay, now next March or early April, this entire area is going to be covered in crocus, and I'd like to share that with you then, but we'll see you here next week in my garden.
And now for Health Facts with Stephen Rosen of the Division of Youth and Family Services.
My name is Stephen Rosen, and I'm coordinator of the School-Age Child Care Project for the Division of Youth and Family Services. Do you need assistance in finding care and supervision for your school-age child between the ages of 5 and 14, either before school, during school, or after school? The Department of Human Services, Division of Youth and Family Services, realizes how difficult it can be for working parents to find such care for their children. The growth of single-parent families and dual working parent families has put increased pressure on our families to find this kind of supervised care. We have set up a telephone number in your own community, which you see on the screen now. If you will call that number, a trained professional will give you information about school-age child care programs in your own area. Please call this number. Don't leave your school-age children unsupervised before, during, or after school. If you are a parent or interested citizen and would like more information on school-age child care and how to start a program in your own community, please call the number you see on the screen now. You will be sent a packet of information which describes what school-age child care is, why school-age child care can be important to the safety of your children, and how you can get a school-age child care program started in your own community. School-age child care programs have been growing and developing all over the state because working parents like you have decided that your children need care and supervision before school, during school, and after school. The Division of Youth and Family Services hopes that you will call these numbers. We can help you find a school-age child care program for your child, and we can send you information on how to get a school-age child care program started in your own community. I'm Stephen Rosen, and this has been Health Facts.
This man is walking. It's not very hard. Just watch him for a while, and you'll get the idea. Walking can be done at home, in the street, in the country. You can walk through the park or walk along the beach. You can walk at lunchtime. Go for a walk with the family. Walking makes you feel better. And best of all, walking is free. Try it today. Here's a simple walk to start with. Stand up, walk across the room to your front door, and then go for a walk outside. Go on. We'll still be here when you get back.
Message from the NRPA and your local Recreation and Park Agency.
Hello, and welcome to Consumer Aware. I'm Adrienne Eisner, Director of the East Brunswick Consumer Affairs Office. Today we're going to be talking about our cable franchise renewal. The 10-year franchise agreement in effect between East Brunswick Township and Stora Cable Communications expires January 17, 1990. According to federal and state law, the franchise renewal process must begin 30 to 36 months prior to the franchise expiration date. The township has filed official notice with the Office of Cable Television in the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities stating that it is our intention to initiate renewal procedures. The Consumer Affairs Office, as the appointed complaint officer for cable television in East Brunswick, has been actively involved in monitoring the performance of Stora. Complaints and inquiries regarding quality of reception, installation of service, billing, service response time, office procedures, construction restoration, and telephone accessibility have been handled by this office. During the renewal period, we will be involved in proceedings which will review the past performance of Stora and assess future cable-related community needs and interests. Participation by the public is encouraged throughout the process. During the first phase, we will be involved in a comprehensive study which includes financial review, technical analysis, performance evaluation, and identification of future needs. We will be conducting a random community telephone survey this fall to gather input regarding our cable operators' performance. Residents who would like to volunteer to make telephone calls for the cable television survey should call us at the Consumer Affairs Office. Our telephone number is 390-6954. In addition, all residents interested in submitting written comments relating to Stora's performance are requested to mail or bring them to the Consumer Affairs Office in the municipal building. Workshops and public hearings will also be scheduled. If you would like any additional information about the franchise renewal, and if you'd like to volunteer for the community survey, please be sure to call us at the Consumer Affairs Office. Again, the telephone number is 390-6954. Thank you for joining me on Consumer Aware. See you again next time.
At Monday night's Township Action Meeting, the Council approved a change order for the Fern Road construction project. The change provides an additional $65,000 to Haskell Excavating Corporation to solve drainage line problems. If all the money is used, the project's total cost will exceed $750,000. And the Council unanimously adopted a resolution to release performance bonds for Oakcrest Estates. More than $200,000 will be let go. One Oakcrest resident asked the Council to hold the bonds until certain problems were repaired, but the Council and administration said only a few maintenance items were in need of attention. Also Monday, Mayor William Fox proclaimed the month of October Tourette Syndrome Month. Tourette's is a neurological disorder that very little is known about. The Council also adopted a resolution giving township support to a New Brunswick march against the apartheid rule in South Africa. Councilman William Kirk motioned to table the resolution, but did not get a second. Councilman Jack Sinagra motioned for its approval. Sinagra, Councilman Joseph Hudak, and Louis Becker voted to support the march. Council President Russell Walker abstained, and Kirk voted no. South Africa's apartheid system keeps a minority white rule over a predominantly black country. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.